dry in my throat for a while. Just, as you guys know, this is the season when I'm usually fighting for my Ocrevus infusion. I have to say, unfortunately, this is the worst fight I've ever been in. And it's just gotten me so down. Yesterday, I sat. You all right? I sat in my car and I finally just let it down. Let some of it, not all, but some of it down. Because I'm not doing too well. My mobility is where it was when I first got diagnosed. I got diagnosed in 2015. You could hear it in my voice. And yesterday I was slurring a lot. And my memory was just jacked up. I was having a really hard time. But y'all know drivers trip me out. The pedestrian walking across it, he's gonna take his right of way. It's like, do you really have to get where you gotta go that quickly? Were you gonna run somebody down? But anyway, who am I? Yeah. So the potholes have been building in our streets because of the rain, and all they do is just put a Band-Aid over it. They won't fix anything. Not in California. They don't fix things. They just kind of ease stuff over. So you'll hear bumps and all kind of stuff going on with my tires, but it's not me. It's just the road. But yesterday I was I got into the place where I was just I broke down, and I was just sitting in the car crying because my mobility is shot. It's shot. I am stiff. I'm fighting like for my life right now. Fighting for my life. And I'm feeling so, I don't want to say helpless, but I can't do anything. Unfortunately, the insurance and the neuro, and I had to change my PCP, unfortunately, because my doctor, who I've been with since we moved here, I've been with her for many years. She retired, and so I have to start all over. But my Ocrevus infusion is literally sitting at the pharmacy, the specialty pharmacy, waiting to be delivered to me. And it was supposed to be delivered in February. But because they need the pre-auth from the neurologist, which they had, but I didn't have a nurse. They didn't have a nurse that would come out to me. Big, long story. I'm just telling you, it's like a lot of dimensions to this thing. And so I ended up having to choose several doctors, go through a row of several doctors. Some of the numbers worked. My daughter, she's such a researcher. I love her. She loves researching. So she researched some of the doctors that they were giving me, and she was like, nah, don't do that. Don't go with that person. They got 1 star, 1 rating or whatever, and all the reviews are saying avoid. So I'm having to call back my new insurance and tell them, oh, this person's not good. This is not going to be helpful to me. And they all know I have MS. And with MS, a lot of people don't realize it, but you are progressing by the second. Yes, I said second. By the I'm sitting here just at the beck and call of all these different people that are involved, when all I need is one yes. All I need is one person to say, okay, we got it, don't worry, here's your pre-auth, go ahead, send her the medication, send her the nurse now, get that going, she needs it. So of course I have a lot of people asking me, what does the medicine do for you? And I said, it gives me my quality of life. That's what it does for me. It gives me my quality of life. Without it, because right now my body is breaking down because of the need for the refill. As you guys know, if you need a refill on something and you don't have it, you're you know what I'm saying, your body's going to go through all kinds of weird stuff, and it sucks. I mean, it sucks bad. So you can feel it progressing even as you sleep. You can feel it progressing as you are trying to walk, as you're trying to take a shower. I have to hold on to the bars on my shower. And I've not had this type of episode since 2018. 2018, some of you guys know I was hospitalized 6 times because the flare-ups just wouldn't stop. It was just crazy. It was terrible. So I had to call my partners and tell them I'm not going to be able to meet with anyone today because of my mobility. And I got dressed, but it took me hours. When I say hours, I have a headache right now while I'm talking to you guys. It took me hours to get dressed, and I'm just moving so slowly. I'm moving like I have a hangover, and I haven't drank a single thing, not even water today, and I'm supposed to, but I couldn't find my this little sack that I carry with all of my, what do you call it, like my snacks and things, you know, like just to nibble on and make sure my blood sugar stays regular. I always have water with me, so thankfully I have water in the car, so I was like, okay, cool. So it's chilled because it stayed out in the rain all night in the car, so I'm happy about that. And of course I'm going to buy me some more water when I get to where I need to go, and I'll just buy more water because I constantly have to hydrate. But back to the original thing that I was talking about, this cry that's inside of me, and I hope I don't start crying while I'm talking to you guys. I don't want to mess up my makeup. But it's so painful. This thing is painful. It's like you can't believe that this is your life. You cannot believe that this is what you wake up to every morning, every morning. You're like, are you kidding me? I just missed my exit, but that doesn't mean I don't know where I'm going. But it sucks because your children, everybody's depending on you. I'm on the other side. That's great. That actually gets me closer. But everybody's depending upon you for certain things, and with that, you're depending upon your own body to do what your body needs to do to get you where you gotta go and do what you need to do. It's a horrific feeling because you want so badly to just be normal. You want to be normal. You want to wake up and this is not what you're going through. And I remember my first year, and I was like, I couldn't believe I was reading stories and listening to testimonies of people who were literally going through this for 18, 25, 36 years plus. One lady I read about, she was like, I've been dealing with this for 50 something years. I'm like, girl, you know, I was just like, oh my gosh. And I remember crying my eyes out because I'm like, I have to deal with this for the rest of my life. Are you kidding me? You know, like, this is not, that's not normal. Disease is not normal. You know, that's not a thing to like hoop and holler about, like, woo, you know. And I told you guys the other day, no one wakes up thinking I'm going to be, you know, or saying to, you know, when the class says, what do you want to be? What do you want to be when you grow up? And everybody's talking about, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. No one is thinking to themselves, I'm going to literally be a paraplegic, or, you know, I want to deal with muscular dystrophy. I believe that's what they call it. No one's thinking like that. No one's people are, you know, kids were thinking we want to be cops, we want to be teachers, we want to be lawyers, doctors, all those wonderful things. No one ever says, you know what, I want to wake up and have MS. No one wakes up like that. And so I just, you know, I look at my life and I'm going, what in the world happened? How did I get here? How did this happen to me? And don't do it, sweetheart. So here it is. And last year, I believe it was last year, I celebrated my 7th year, and I'm trying to make something out of this horrible thing. Trying to make something not wonderful, but just, you know, but it's not. It's not wonderful. What I have going on is freaking real. It's real. And I'm looking at myself and I'm going, God, dog, this is not okay. This is a not okay situation. So I have to pretend like I'm okay. And I'm not. And I love the fact that people are embracing me and embracing my words when they ask me, how are you doing? And I say, I'm not okay. And no one's like, oh, you'll get over, oh, you'll be fine, or you're, you know how they do that condescending thing. No one's doing that. I appreciate you guys for not doing that to me. And you're understanding and you're compassionate towards me when I tell you I'm not doing okay. I'm not okay. Not only do I have a fight on my hands every single day of my life with my health, I have to fight the bureaucrats, the bureaucracies that control whether I get medicine or not, whether I get help or not. Oh, thank you, Jesus. That was so beautiful. There was a plane just coming by. Oh, that was so beautiful. I needed that, Lord. Thank you. He does that to me all the time. He'll just send planes flying over my head, just as low as they can get. It's just so pretty. It's so beautiful. Oh, my Heavenly Father loves me. I know I'm like one of his favorite brats in the whole wide world. I know I'm God's favorite brat. So, anyway, this thing is so deep. And all I need is this medication. It's a 7-hour procedure. I usually have my snacks, you know. I usually have my Cheez-Its and, you know, whatever. And I'm knocked out most of the time because they have to give me, with the Salumadrol, they have to give me the Benadryl. And this is the real Benadryl. This ain't like, you know, the stuff you find over the counter. No, this is the hospital Benadryl. So, you know, it's, gosh, I love it. Sound like a fiend right now. But every 6 months I'm supposed to get this, and I look forward to it because around about the fourth, fifth month, you can feel that you need a refill because your body starts to react a certain way, and just kind of like, I've been seeing a lot of birds flying around, and I mean just literally like in the sky for no reason at all, just in the sky. Some of them are circling, some of them, and of course I hear certain people saying, that means somebody's about to die. I'm like, I am not superstitious. Don't tell me stuff like that. Don't do that. I don't believe in stuff like that. But even though it has happened, they'll be like, see, I told you. It's like, but it's still beautiful. You know, I still try to find something to enjoy, even while I'm going through my trials and my tribulations and these constant things. That's what breaks me down, is that they're constant. I mean, they don't let up. Like I said, even while you're sleeping, even as I sleep, what the heck happened here? A whole tree. Okay. Oh my gosh. Like, for real, a whole tree. Do you guys see that? I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to get in this lane so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. But there's like a whole tree back there. Can you guys see that? It's laying in the street, and the cop's car is right there to, you know, try and block everybody from hitting it. I go around. And that's sad that we even have to have that kind of direction, or somebody directing us, because common sense will tell you go around. But anyway, don't let me get on common sense. That was it. That was fascinating. I mean, literally, like the roots, everything, the trees just laid in the street. I didn't know we had a storm like that. So yes, that's what's been going on. The weather has been tearing my ass up. Okay, sorry, excuse my language, but it has. It's been tearing me up. My whole body, my mind. You talking about brain fart? Oh, I'm just like, I mean, blurry vision, everything. The only reason why I'm getting around these days is because I know landmarks. So, and for some reason, my glasses make my vision worse. How does that happen? So anyway, but please keep me in your prayers, and keep everybody in your prayers that are going through this. Not necessarily MS, but an autoimmune disease. And if you know anything about an autoimmune disease, it is the worst battle. It's the worst battle, because you're kind of feeling like, kill me now, you know, or be healed now. It's a now thing. It's not a like, oh, okay, I think I could do this another 10 years. No, you don't even want to do it another 10 seconds. You're just like, I'm over it, dude. I'm loving all this green. It is just so gorgeous out here. The rain is doing us well, but it's also kicking my ass because I can't move. I can't move. And people are like, are you hot? Are you cold? I'm like, I can't tell you what I am. I don't know. I don't know if I'm hot. I don't know if I'm cold. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know anything at this point. So God bless people who are in my situation. I pray for us all the time. Get in the driveway. Get in the driveway. It is not that serious. You got a big old truck and you can't go through some little water. God. But yeah, that's where I am right now. That's how I'm rolling right now. And I'm just like, okay, God, we got to have a talk, because I need you to make this happen for me. And I know he will, and I know it will happen at the time that it's meant to happen. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just, oh, those clouds are so pretty. OMG. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I'm totally gonna get pictures. But I'm just I just want to feel better. I want to feel better. I want whatever's supposed to come to me already. There is no cure, as you guys know. I love the way this sounds. It's like my car shuts down like a jet engine. But those clouds are like fascinating. I'm just like stuck. I just want what I need already. I don't want to fight. I shouldn't be fighting. I should not be doing the jobs of everybody else. I should not be doing everybody else's job. I should be preparing for my infusion and going from there. Fortunately, I'm hungry and I gotta get some food in my system. So anyway, God bless you guys, and please pray for people who are suffering as I'm suffering and going through what I'm going through, because it's no joke. It's no joke. This thing is no joke. But God is with us, and I know that. And he's with anybody. I mean, you can be fighting a common cold, and I get it. You don't feel good. I hear you. You don't feel good, and I hear you. It's like, feed me, Seymour. This is my battle until things change. And God knows the time is going to change. I have a new PCP, and I see her on the 23rd. And I'm asking for your prayers. I'm asking that she works out. I have to bring every authorization, because this was the thing, was that nothing was supposed to change once I changed over my insurance and I chose a different doctor. Nothing was supposed to change. But the neuro is acting kind of weird, because I have a PCP now, but because I was changing, he got funky and weird, but everything was already in place. That's the thing. It's like it was already in place. What are you doing, dude? Are you kidding me? So anyway, yeah, that's my life. Woo. It's gonna work out. God is funny. He put in my mind just now, ain't no need of worrying what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. In the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. That morning can come at any time. It symbolizes when it's time. That's what the morning means, when it's time, and it's set time. People think literally morning. You wake up and you're still in the situation, you're pissed. But it means set time, and it's set time. That's just my take on it. Please don't don't come at me with the Bible. What the Bible says, and this is what I get it. Yes. But for years, that's the way I've thought about that verse. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. I've always thought that the morning meant whenever it's set to be done, to manifest, to flourish, or whatever, that's when it'll happen. That's in its set time. That's when God has brought joy in the morning. So, thank you for letting me get all of that off my chest. I also hope that it helps other people who are going through something similar. You could be going through a divorce. I don't know. You could be going through a lot of stuff, things that have nothing to do with the health. But everything affects the health. Just know that everything affects your health. And everything affects your mental health. Things affect even your hearing and your sight. You'd be surprised how much this world, this life intertwines with our being, our entire being. But anyway, I'm gonna head on out and get going. When it's time, it'll be time. If I don't talk about it, it'll get worse. The feeling will get worse, and I have to get it out of my system. So that's why I was like, you know what? Turn on the camera, talk about it. You'll feel better. And I do feel a little bit better. I do. And the cry is not as evident because, like I said, there's a huge cry in my soul, and it'll sit right here, but I can feel it here. And I'm trying my best not to cry. I'm trying my best to, be myself. You know how I am. Just, okay. Okay, Ike. Normally I'm real chill, like, all right, I'm easy breezy. But when you see me crying, it's deep. It hurts. It hurts. Like it's beyond my thinking capacity, my survival, oh wow, hi. Well, how you doing? It's beyond me at that point. So the Lord is to be praised in it all, no matter what. He's to be praised. We have to give him the glory no matter what. And just because you see me eating like this don't mean I'm losing weight. Child, please. I wish I had that kind of metabolism and that kind of body where if I just start eating nuts and grains and, fruits and veggies, I'll just start coming down. That's not it at all. My body stays the same. And it's not like I eat bad. It's just I have to burn fat. Like I have to burn. And this body is not burning anything because I'm too stiff. I can't go on walks. I can't do anything at this point. I was thinking about taking out my nose ring. If you guys ever want to know what happened, I get MRIs as often as I get the infusion. I get MRIs, maybe a little bit more, but because I have to constantly keep taking this thing out of my nose, it has affected my skin in some way that it during one of the MRIs, and I could feel it too. I could feel it. It was like kind of stinging or something. I can't remember. It was not stinging, but I could feel something going on. So when I finished and I got out and I was getting dressed and I had to put the nose ring back in, I was like, this feels different. So as time went on, there was like this bump that developed, and I know it was from the radiation, and I was just like, well, you're gonna pay for it in some way. And then I told my daughter, I said, I'm thinking of taking it out. And she was like, don't do that. She said, that's, those are your battle scars. And I was like, you know what, I got some brilliant children. I have some brilliant children. They are just like me when it comes to turning everything into a positive. And so I wear it proudly now, and sometimes it will do its own thing where it'll like grow, and then it'll go back down, and I'm just like, first I was so embarrassed, but now I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. So I tell on myself and I tell you guys, it's because of the MRIs. I wanted to get my navel pierced, and I thought about it long and hard, and I said, don't do that, because you constantly are going to have to take it out because of the MRIs. And my MRIs last anywhere from 45 minutes to sometimes 2.5 hours, depending on what they're looking for, and if I have to do contrast or whatever. So I literally live in a hospital. And I asked the people, I said, well, what happens if I have a situation where I might need to go to the ER? She said, the only thing I can tell you is do what you gotta do. I was like, I'd rather have that medication so I don't have to go to the ER. But she, this was this past weekend. So I laid in bed all day Thursday, all day Friday. Got what I needed to get done. And then Saturday, I just did nothing. Sunday, I did nothing. I just laid in bed because I was like, I'm too beat up. I can't move. And it was so cold. And I'm not one to run my heater, but it was cold. I had to run that thing because I'm sweating at the same time. Because I don't have a thermostat in my body, so my body can't control, its temperature, hot or cold. People will touch my skin and say, "Oh my gosh, you're freezing. Your skin is so cold." And I'm like, "Really? I can't tell." And even when we're performing, when we're ministering, as soon as the lights turn on, I'm sweating. But I feel fine, but I'm sweating. And it's like, okay, so certain makeup I had to stop wearing because of that thing. I don't like wasting product because I'm constantly patting myself and whatever, and I'm just like, this sucks. But so you don't see me wearing a lot of foundation and stuff. I don't anymore. Only when I have a real serious when I have to minister, like, on a level where it's like, calls for you to be beat, your face to be beat. But other than that, I stopped wearing a lot of makeup because I'm wasting product. Because I don't know when I'm hot, I don't know when I'm cold, I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, brrr. So anyway, those are the chronicles of the funny girl. Yes, I'm a funny girl. I laugh at everything. I try to make everything into something positive. People trip me out. I'm a people watcher, so I observe everything. I would go to Disneyland just sitting on a bench and just, me and my bestie, we would do that. We would just go and just sit and watch people. It was so much fun. This is when we had our passes, and we could just sit there and just like, And I didn't have to point. He didn't have to point. We knew. It was like, oh my gosh. We're funny like that. And if he sees it, he already knows I saw it. Or if I see it, I already know. And he's staring at me like this. And I'm like, oh gosh. And don't ever put me on the front row, especially with my brothers. Kevin, Brubby, Greg. Don't put me on the front row because I'm going to laugh. Everybody else doesn't get caught. I get caught because I'm laughing. I'm always laughing. So I'm the laugher. But anyway, I feel so much better now that I've gotten all that off my chest. And I forgot my glasses was on top of my head. I would have been looking for them like, where's my glasses? That happens. Or if I can't hear what you're saying, my friends have to say, Dana, put your glasses on. Oh, that's what you're saying? It's funny. I forgot my glasses was on top of my head. Anyway, I can't see. All right. Well, God bless you guys. I hope I've entertained you. I hope that I've made your little Tuesday just a little bit better. Some sunshine. And the sun is not really, well, it is kind of. Sun is shining. The weather is sweet. Hey. Makes me want to move my dancing feet. Why do I look like Mr. V? To the rescue. Here I am. Want you to know now where I stand. Ooh. Yes. Get it, girl. All right, I'm out. I love you guys. Mwah. Thank you. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Guess what? Today, I smiled. Thank you.